I want to host a TV show for food. Hey, you. Hey, I want to host a TV show for food, man. I can host TV shows. Hey, you over there. Oh, hi, everyone. Me again, Eli Gemini with That Denton Show. And I will host a TV show for food, so if y'all have any shows, I could really use the food. Anyway, welcome to That Denton Show, another edition of That Denton Show. And my guest today is Dean Strickland.
Hey, Eli.
Say hello to the audience, Dean.
Hey, what's up?
Everybody, this is Dean Strickland, and Dean Strickland is going to talk to us today about his adventures in and around Texas. But first of all, I want to talk about his music, because he's got a CD out. Dean, tell us about your CD, if I can show this to the audience at home.
This is a brand new CD. It's a single CD. It's called I Love Texas. It's my home, and I wrote it hitchhiking from San Antonio on my way to Amarillo.
All right. It says I Love Texas, and that's Dean right there. I love and I like the red, white, and blue thing, kind of like the flag that we have up here and all.
Is, yeah.
Where did you take that picture, by the way?
That was at Texas Sharpshooters in Amarillo, Texas.
In Amarillo, Texas.
Amarillo, Texas. Yeah.
What kind of music?
That's country music there.
That's country music.
But I do country. I write country, rock, and alternative rock.
Country, rock, and alternative rock. Tell me a little bit before you sing your first song. Where were you born, or where are you from? What's the beat?
I was born in Vicksburg, Mississippi, and when I was 5, my family moved to Texas.
Is that right?
And I've been in Texas ever since.
So, like Vicksburg, Mississippi, and what part of Texas did you first come to?
Kennedale, Texas. You ever heard of it? It's in Fort Worth.
I heard about it, but I've never been
It's
there.
in Fort Worth. It's one of those cities in Fort Worth, you know.
Oh, right.
Big city of Fort Worth.
Yeah. So what do you want to do first? Do you want to tell us about your adventures and all the roadkill and all the guns and shooting? Or
well, I'll play the song first. This song is available now at Recycled Books and Records.
Recycled Books and Records.
In case anybody wants to go out and buy it.
And you better go out and buy it, or else we're going to pull out a gun on you. No. Dean Strickland, the CD is I Love Texas. It's my home say again, the CD where?
Recycled Books and Records.
CD
on the square.
On the square. And Dean's going to sing his first song. What's the title of the song, Dean?
It's the only song on the CD.
Oh.
It's called I Love Texas. It's my home.
I knew that. I was just testing you to make sure that you knew about your CD. Okay, and the song is called I Love Texas, It's My Home, 4 minutes, 26 seconds. And here is Dean Strickland. Hit it, Dean.
Thank you.
Yeehaw!
You, I can still see, Kathy, as you were younger and just as beautiful. Don't you worry now, 'cause you'll soon reach 44. I wanna say I think, Kathy, you look fine. And me being in my prime means to me I gotta go. I'll see you next time. I'm in San Antonio. I'm gonna hitchhike my way to Denton, 'cause I got a show. There'll be thousands and thousands of trucks rolling down that Texas highway, and with my guitar I'll probably walk alone, waiting for that next ride, with a yearning heart, longing for the other side of Texas, my home. You see, Kathy, I love Texas, it's my home. You say beware of danger ahead, and how there's lots of bad folks out there and I could end up dead. But I won't worry about the journey I've started on the road. I want to say I believe you, Kathy, and I'll be fine. And being on a roll now and in my prime means to me I gotta go. I'll see you next time. I'm in San Antonio. I'm gonna hitchhike my way to Amarillo, 'cause I got a show. There'll be thousands and thousands of trucks rolling down that Texas highway, and with my guitar I'll probably walk alone, waiting for that next ride, with a yearning heart, longing for the other side of Texas, my home. You see, Kathy, I love Texas, it's my home. I'm gonna hitchhike my way to Houston, 'cause I got a show. There'll be thousands and thousands of trucks rolling down that Texas highway, and with my guitar I'll probably walk alone, waiting for that next ride, with a yearning heart, longing for the other side of Texas, my home. You see, Kathy, I love Texas, it's my home.
All right, well, yeehaw! Hot damn, that was a pretty good song.
Thanks, man.
All right, so who's this Kathy?
Well, Kathy's someone I became acquainted with the first time that I went into San Antonio there.
Oh, I see. She was one of them, some of them hostess ladies. She was Kathy. That's a pretty good song.
Thanks.
How did you make up the song? Did you just like it just came on like whenever you were traveling, or did you sit down and
I was
say,
walking down the highway. Well, Kathy and I spent some time together looking at photo albums and stuff, and I was showing her some of the photos I had, and she was showing me some of the photos that she had. And whenever I was headed out of San Antonio on my way to Amarillo, I was just thinking about things, and I wanted to write a song, and got a piece of paper and a pencil out, and that's what I wrote down.
That's pretty inspirational. I'm going to jot that down. Kathy in San Antonio. Visit Kathy in San Antonio.
Yeah, she was real inspirational for sure. Yeah.
Okay, I'm trying to get the story. Okay, you come in from Mississippi, settle down in Kennedale, near Fort Worth.
In Fort Worth, yeah.
Near Fort Worth. So when did you start this notion of, hey, I'm going to pick up my guitar and just head across Texas?
Well, whenever we moved to Kennedale in Fort Worth, I started playing guitar. I was 6 years old, and I played all through my teenage years and all, even before then, from the time I was 6. And I went to the University of North Texas College of Music.
All right.
There in Denton.
Get 'em Eagles.
And for 4 years, and then I moved out to Hollywood, California for 2.5 years and went to Musicians Institute.
Right.
And graduated from 3 of their music programs, and came back to Texas, and wasn't long before I was hitchhiking.
Wow. So, okay, I know that briefly you told me right before the show something about guns or
oh yeah,
what's going on with that?
I started hitchhiking, and I hitchhiked my way to Bryan.
Okay, let's start. We're going to bring these CDs up in a little bit. What we're going to do here, Dean, is show this little map, actually a big map of everything.
Yeah, well,
everything's big in Texas.
Good, man. I got a good story for you.
I know that's right. Let me see. Let me move some of this stuff out of the way. The Texas map.
Texas. There
Texas. What is it? The friendly state. All right. So here we have the map of the state of Texas. And you know what we have also? We have these cute little car things and little people. So Dean will be represented by one of these little blue things. That can we come in on that? That's Dean, right? That's Dean right there. And like we said, everything's big in Texas. So he's going to come on up over here and tell us where you started, Dean.
Okay, I was in Dallas.
All right.
I was performing one of my regular gigs that I have at Cafe Brazil in Deep Ellum in Dallas. And I was headed out of Dallas to my show in Bryan. So I was going down I-35.
Okay, so here's Dallas. You're coming down I-30. Where's Bryan at?
Bryan is College Station.
Oh, yeah, you're over here. Which route did you take? Did you go 45? Or?
I went 35.
Oh,
okay.
I
went 35 to Waco, and then I took the 6 into
All right.
Bryan.
So let's do this right. So Dallas.
Okay, so I started walking, and then I hit Oak Cliff.
Oh, so you were okay. So you started walking, and then down over here in Oak Cliff.
Yeah, and me being from Fort Worth, I didn't know that it's not good to walk through Oak Cliff at night.
Oh,
but I learned the hard way.
Oak Cliff it can be kind of heavy.
I
in some
learned that they
areas.
got quite a crime rate in Oak Cliff.
I know that's right.
And I'd experienced it. The first time I experienced it, I was walking to Bryan.
Okay,
and
so
a silver car is going north, and it honks at me, and I'm walking south, and the next thing I know, this same silver car is going south, and it's pulled over on the side of the highway, and the guy steps outside the car, and he has his trunk open, and he asked me if I needed a ride, and I said yeah, and he says, put all your stuff in the trunk. Well, I put my guitar and my bags in his trunk,
yeah,
and I get in the back seat, and there's a woman with him, and we start talking to each other, and I ask them where they're from. They say they're from Houston.
Houston, that's right there. They're from right there.
Yeah, so
they say.
I hear that there's some crime there in Houston too. But anyway,
really, Houston crime? What?
And let's see, and then we start rolling down the highway.
Heading towards Waco?
Yeah. We didn't get very far.
Okay,
and,
so hold the map there, Dean. Because
right.
do you know if the car was what color was it? You remember?
It was silver.
It was silver. Okay, can we paint this silver? No, I'm kidding. Okay, we'll represent the orange car with silver. So there's this dude. That's you, kind of chilling out. There's this one dude, like almost right there. So he's in the car.
And then there's a woman in the front seat, and I'm in the back seat.
She's going to be this pink little figurine right here. That's the woman and the man. Woman and man. That's the man and a woman and a woman and a... Okay, so she's riding with him.
Yeah. In
this silver car, which kind of looks orange.
Right.
In our screen. Okay, so there we are.
Yeah, and we started heading south on 35, and they asked me if I got gas money. They tell me that we can go as far south as Waco if I have gas money.
So you're going down to Waco.
And I told them, I said, I don't have any gas money. I'm hitchhiking.
Yeah.
And they said, well, then we're going to have to let you off right here.
Okay.
So we pull over on the side of the road.
That was our wonderful set that cost us like $2 million. Did everybody see that? I think there's like a ghost in the set. So now... forget that Denton Show. We're just called Show. We're just called Show for now. Robert, can you get that in the text somewhere? We'll just Show. Okay, on with the story.
Okay, yeah, and we pull over because they want me out.
Okay.
And,
did they throw you out or what?
Well, yeah, they were throwing me out because I didn't have gas money.
Okay, so you're in there,
and my stuff is in the trunk.
They throw you out,
and so I'm waiting for them to pop the trunk, and I wait a couple of seconds or more, and. Finally, the guy says, okay, the trunk will pop open. And he opens the trunk, and I get out of the car, and I go to the back of the car as fast as I can to get my stuff.
Sure.
And he takes off.
What?
And he takes off. And I managed to grab the back of the trunk, and he dragged me down the highway about 30 yards.
Are you serious?
And I managed to jump in the trunk.
Oh, man.
And then the the trunk was flapping up and down, and it hit me in the head a couple of times, but I crouched down in the trunk over my stuff, and we drove a couple of miles down the road, and we pulled into a gas station, and I jumped out with my stuff, and he jumped out of the car, and I told him, I said, you can't do this. This is my life, and that was about it. He nodded his head and got back in the car and took off.
Are you serious?
And that was the first incident. But let me tell you
something
really...
Yeah, tell me.
Okay, well then next month, I was hitchhiking to not to Bryan this time, to Austin.
To Austin, okay.
And I was coming from a regular gig that I have out at Deep Ellum every
you're over
Friday.
Here? Again,
Saturday.
That Deep Ellum, all this seems to be starting at Deep Ellum.
Yeah, every Friday and Saturday I have
self.
I have a gig there.
Stuff starts at Deep Ellum.
And so I was going down I-35 and I come into the same area, even though I tried to avoid it.
Yeah.
But I ended up in the same area.
So you're there in the same area, going towards Waco and stuff.
Yeah, in the same Oak Cliff area, and this time a silver car.
The same one?
Silver car. Well, I couldn't tell you because my memory, it had been a month before, but a silver car pulled up on the on the on-ramp.
Okay.
And this time it stopped on the on-ramp, and the guy says, get in the car.
Get in the car.
And throw your stuff in the trunk.
All right.
And I said, I don't want to put my stuff in the trunk, but I'll get in the car. And I got in the back seat, and there was a woman with him.
Oh.
And it could have possibly been the same people, only I couldn't really tell because I couldn't distinguish whether or not, because it had been a month previous, plus it was late at night.
Sure.
It was 1:30 in the morning both times.
All right.
And we started talking, and she said they were from Houston.
That place again.
That place again.
That doesn't have any crime.
and I look at their gas tank, I look at the gauge, and I see they're on E. And so I said, how far are y'all going? You know, every little bit helps, but how far down are y'all going? And the guy reaches under his seat, under the passenger seat, and he pulls out a gun. Wow. And he tells me, I'm going to shoot you if you don't leave me something. And I got scared, you know. I
would imagine.
And I said, well, I'm not going to leave you my guitar because it's my life, and I'm just not going to leave it. And I repeated that over and over again, and she told him, don't do it. It's his life, don't do it. And he kept threatening me. And he showed me the gun, though he didn't point it at me. And he said, if you don't leave me something, we're going to pull over on the side of the road, and if you don't leave me something, I'm going to leave you a bloody mess on the side of the highway. And I said, you're going to shoot me? And he kept threatening, and then we pulled over, and I started to get out of the car. I don't know why the door didn't lock, but the door didn't lock, and I got out of the car, and he started trying to grab my stuff, but I grabbed it, and that was it. He drove off whenever I got out of the car. I guess maybe he was just bluffing or something, but I don't want to make anybody think that he was just bluffing because
you never know.
I really thought that he was serious.
Well, absolutely. If somebody pulls out a gun, it's like, take them as seriously as, as you could.
And but other than that, everybody's been really friendly.
Also, tell me about when you went to Bryan College Station. What happens after that? Did you have a good time there?
Yeah, Bryan's always fun.
Bryan?
Yeah, and then I was doing this thing where I was hitchhiking from Bryan to Dallas to Austin for about 3 weeks.
Just kind of like a little triangle, though. Bryan to Dallas. To
right,
Austin.
A little triangle. And then I decided to go out farther, so I hitchhiked to San Marcos.
Oh, yeah, I know where that's
at. Show. And I would always book my shows about a month in advance. But I hitchhiked to San Marcos, then I hitchhiked to San Antonio, and booked me a show on the Riverwalk, which I kind of have as a regular gig now.
That's you.
And then I hitchhiked to Corpus Christi.
Corpus Christi, dun 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 dun.
Right. And I booked a gig at a place called the Lizard Lounge down there by the beach.
That sounds. Oh, they have a Lizard Lounge up here in Dallas too, I guess.
It's the Liquid Lounge.
Oh, it's the Liquid Lounge? Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I got those two mixed up.
Yeah.
Whenever
Lizard,
I thought the same thing.
The Liquid Lizard Lounge. So you were.
And then whenever I was hitchhiking out of Corpus Christi, a couple of suspicious characters asked me if I had some gas money, and I was just walking down the road, and then they followed me. So that was after dark. So I learned that I don't want to hitchhike after dark. But I was on my way to Houston.
Note to self and everybody at home: don't hitchhike after dark. There's
really
my finger waving at you, saying, "No, no, no, don't do it."
I learned that I don't want to do that. And then I hitchhiked to Houston.
All right.
And then back to Bryan.
Then back to Bryan. Yeah.
Then back to Dallas.
Back to Dallas.
Then back to Austin.
Back to Austin.
Then back to Dallas. Then to Lubbock.
Oh, Lubbock, way over here.
Well, I know then Denton.
Oh, Denton,
and
of
I booked
course.
me a show at Cool Beans.
Oh, yeah, Cool Beans over
on Hickory Street.
yeah, Hickory Street near UNT.
And then from Denton, I hitchhiked to Lubbock. It took me 3 full days to hitchhike to Lubbock.
3 full days, okay.
Yeah.
One, see, eat, and all the way over
and
here.
I booked me a show in Lubbock, and then I hitchhiked to Amarillo.
To Amarillo. Okay, that's way off the map because the world is flat. No, I'm joking.
And that's where
the Panhandle is like way down here, so we have Amarillo right there. So can you hold that side of the map there? All right, so you're in Amarillo, and you have a little bit of gigs and all a bunch of good stuff right there.
Yeah,
cool?
yeah. I got some radio play on a downtown radio station, and I went in the studio and recorded some new songs, and then I started making after that I made my way back to Dallas, and then I've just been through all those cities once or twice since then. It's hard to remember exactly when I made each town.
Yeah, I would imagine, especially when we have guns and getting up on trunks and things like that.
Well, yeah, and it's been since September since I've been doing this consistently. So I've been around the whole state maybe 2.5 times now, and I still want to go a lot of places. I want to go down to Harlingen. I want to go to Midland. Oh yeah, I was recently in Abilene too.
Yeah,
so
I'm originally from down in the Rio Grande Valley, down by the near McAllen, Edinburgh area and stuff. So yeah, that's a pretty interesting time. Whenever you go there, let me know and stuff. I'll hitchhike with you. But this time we'll make sure we'll take some guns and take some precautions and things like that. Tell us about is the hitchhiking thing like an adventure, or you just?
Well, it is an adventure, but I'm doing it because I don't have a car.
Yeah.
And that's the only reason. That if I had a car,
you'd be like everywhere.
I'd be driving. And I'm not making enough money at the moment to take the Greyhound, so I'm doing what I got to do.
All right. Well, listen, I know you have like another song that you want to sing for us.
Sure.
So if you'll be kind enough to play that for us, I'll chill out and listen to.
Okay, this song is called "Conflicting Interest."
Conflicting Interest. All right. Hit it.
I don't want to lose her. She's my new drama. I think I love her. I hardly know her. Conflicting interest. She passed my test. She's just what I want. She could be the one. Conflicting interest. She passed my test. She's just what I want. But I've got problems. Don't know what I should do. A rebel without a clue. If you were in my shoes, I know you'd love her too. Conflicting interest. She passed my test. She's just what I want. She could be the one. Conflicting interest. She passed my test. She's just what I want. But but I've got problems. Conflicting interest. She passed my test. She's just what I want. She could be the one. Conflicting interest. She passed my test. She's just what I want. But I've got problems.
So this lady in San Antonio, did she have conflicting?
No, that song I wrote for a drummer who played with the band that I put together in Los Angeles. We were called Forgiveness, and I wrote that for Jasmine Guevara.
Jasmine Guevara, that song is for you, wherever you're listening, and I know you're out there.
She's out there in L.A.
She's out there in L.A., all right. And I know the show... now we're just a show. Our set is like so expensive, I'm going to have to get that stage manager fired, whoever did it. What was I going to ask? Oh, tell us more about, Dean Strickland, and the CD is called I Love Texas.
Yeah, this is the new one.
It's my home.
2006.
Oh, there's another one?
No, this is the new
okay.
the new one.
The new one?
I have like four or five CDs out, but this is the brand new one.
Oh, this is a brand new one?
And yeah, it's I Love Texas.
Yeehaw!
Right.
So tell us about your plans about. So you're here in Denton. Do you live here in Denton? Or
no, I don't live in Denton. I'm just here. I'm just here for this event here. I'm gonna try to book, and we'll see how all that works out. But I'm gonna be playing in Dallas again this weekend, and next Tuesday I'll be in Bryan. I'll be in Corpus Christi, Austin. I'll be in a lot of different places. I have to look at my schedule.
All right. Well, they're giving us a countdown and stuff. What if people want to contact you, know more about you? Is there like a place or a website or?
My website is www.onlinerock.com/musicians/Dean Strickland.
Okay. Say that one more time so the folks at home can know it.
www.onlinerock.com/musicians/Dean Strickland.
All right. I see it right here and stuff. And if you want to get more information, get Dean's CD. Dean, thank you so much for being with us. I really enjoyed having you on That Denton Show.
Thank you.
And sharing with us all your really interesting stories, especially with that lady in San Antonio. At any rate, this is Eli Gemini for another segment of That Denton Show. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you on our next segment of That Denton Show.